So let's start from the beginning. My name is Elizaveta Kamilova. I'm a subject librarian for engineering and education faculties, and I'm assisting students, faculty members, and staff in order to help with library-related issues. And in the future, if you have any questions regarding the library, you can contact me, and I will be happy to assist you, and will be assisting you in any questions related to the library. So let's start. As you may see, our today's session would be about on how to understand the information and how to search it. So this is the first model of the information literacy program created by the SDU library, and this first session is going to be about on how to search the information. Later on, if you our session would be interactive. In this case, I will ask you to participate and be responsive to the session questions. If you will have questions, you can ask or chat with me and tell me your question, and we will be discussing and answering your question together. So let's start. So session number 1, understanding and searching the information. As I said, it is the first model of the information literacy program of SDU library. So today we're going to learn about information and its creation. We will see the information sources and what types of information available. Later on, we're going to discuss about where to find those information, and we will explore the library website and databases available to you. Also, look through the strategies and how on how to create the keywords and using the different search techniques. So before starting the session, I would like to ask you, can you give me an example? How do you use the information in your personal life or academic work or study? Can anyone respond to this question? Give me an example. How do you use information in your personal life and in an academic part of your life? Is there any answers? Who wants to share your opinion or thoughts on this? No one? You can send it through chat. I just want to make this presentation more interactive in order to wake you up and have to hear your voices, probably. No one? Okay, let me give you an example. For example, every day when I wake up, I look on my phone and see the time. This is an information which I use in my personal life. So I check the alarm, I check the weather, I check the my email or Instagram. This is the information which I use in my personal life. Also, when I come work to the workplace, I check the information on my work field. So this is how we all use the information. So we face it every day in any time of our work or personal life. We use the information. So this is how you can give an example. How do you use information? You use it every day in any second of your life. So let's start. Here, I would like to show you the creation process of an information, how it is created, how information becomes information. So first of all, when you start doing anything, there would be a raw data. Raw data means that there are only numbers, digits, or the fact that you have. After having this raw data, there would be the next step of giving some meaning to that data. So just to give a description of that data, for example, this would be the second step of creation of an information. After that, when you will have this raw data and the description of that data, you will start brainstorming and creating an information. So which means that raw data with the clear meaning and the description becomes after the brainstorming and information. So this is the process of how information become available. So information is analyzed, processed, and meaningful and useful. In this case, you need to understand that raw data is not an information. Raw data is just the start, the beginning of how information becomes available. So this is an information creation life cycle. Here, I would like to show you the timeline when the information becomes available to specific specific stages. For example, let's say that the event happened in our country, in our city, or even at your community, etc. The event happened on the same day. If it's something shocking or something very important, on the same day you will see a TV show, or on social media channels, on Instagram or Facebook, you will learn about this information on the same day when the thing happened. The same week, which means after a few days, there would be newspaper and magazines which will be discussing the same event. So it happens after several days. After months, when the information happened, if it's really important, there would be an research results published within academic journal. So this means that it takes time in order to process all these things and create an information which will be published as an article within academic journal. So it takes several months. After, when a year or maybe more time will be spent, when the information will gather enough data, there would be book published on the same event, which means it might be book or governmental publication, reference material about the event which happened that day. So here you can see the information timeline when the specific information will be published in a different methods via different channels, and how much time it takes to make it possible. So this is about information timeline. So let's start on thinking what is information sources, because information comes from different channels, and in order to understand those channels, you need to recognize them accordingly. So here you can see the scheme, how information sources are divided and how they are organized. So information might be documentary sources and non-documentary sources. Documentary sources means that these sources are recorded. So they are recorded in any way of, in any possible ways. So it might be books, periodicals, magazines, etc. So they are recorded materials. Also, the second type of information sources is a non-documentary sources. This means that this information which are not recorded in any form. So this might be an interview or music sound, or it could be word of mouth or gossip even. So these are non-documentary sources. Here you are having two different parts where you need to recognize the source types. Let's move further. So these documentary sources which are recorded are divided by its content and form into different types. So documentary sources by content are the first type of the sources, and the second is according to the form. Documented sources are divided into the second type. So these are the two types of documentary sources. The first is divided by its content, and the second is according to its form. Okay, so according to the scheme from here, you can see that these information sources are divided into documentary and non-documentary, and now we are seeing how documentary sources by content divided into primary sources, secondary sources, and tertiary sources. So here we are just giving some explanation of how sources are divided, and later on the second session of the information literacy program, we will be talking about primary, secondary, and tertiary sources more in detail. So here you can see that primary sources are sources which contain original material. So these are the first-hand materials. This might be diaries, lecture notes, technical reports, interviews, or conference materials or patents. So these are the examples of primary sources. The second type of the documentary sources by content is a secondary source. Secondary source is an interpreted, commented, or summarized version of the primary source. So which means that primary source might be discussed, translated, or summarized by someone else, and it becomes the secondary source. So it is the transformed way of the primary source. And tertiary source. Tertiary sources are based on primary and secondary sources, and they serve as a information which represents the both from the primary and secondary sources. So here you can learn that the examples might be the encyclopedias, dictionaries, almanacs, and bibliographies. So this is information on documentary sources by content. Documentary sources by form are divided into paper-based and other media. Paper-based, this means that these sources are recorded on paper. So these are examples might be the books, periodicals, articles, dictionaries, newspapers. So they are on paper. Other media means that they are in different types of media. The examples are sounds or audio recordings, visual images, artifacts, and electronic materials. These are the other media formats of the documentary sources. Okay, let's move on. In the beginning, I said that information sources are divided into documentary and non-documentary. So here you can see how non-documentary sources are developed. So they contain, they might be according to humans, organizations, mass media, and internet. So these are information which are not recorded, are created by humans. So it could be the witness of an accident. It could be an expert who is sharing his or her opinion. Organizations, for example, libraries and different information centers, academic institutions, they publish or share some kind of information. It might be the book talk or the storytelling, something like that. Mass media gives different type of information. For example, it could be radio or TV show, and these are the non-documentary sources. And the fourth type is an internet, where you can find the exchange of ideas, where people share the information between each other, and it could be in any type, but they are not recorded. So this is the information on information sources and how the structure is developed. So currently you have learned about information sources, and here you need to understand how to distinguish your sources. So let's say if you're looking for the information which will provide the information about the word, you need to look through the dictionaries. So in dictionaries, you will find the information about the words. If you are looking for an overview or general information on some topic, then you need to consult with encyclopedias. Next, if you're looking for some names or people's address, organization's address, then you need to consult with directories. If you're looking for the profiles of people, then you need to consult with bibliographical dictionaries. they contain the autobiographies, etc. Places and maps can be found within gazetteers and atlases. Here, if you're searching for the facts and statistics, then you need to consult with almanacs. For searching formulas, tables, or manuals on how to do different things, then you need to consult with handbooks and manuals. If you are looking for a person's work or opinion, then they will be within reviews or criticisms. Chronologies, historical yearbooks will contain dates, outlines, historical timelines. And the next information, the periodical articles would be available within the indexes and abstracts. So this is given to you in order to explain when you are starting your research, you need to understand what type of information you need to find in order to use it. So here is the guideline how to choose the right source for specific type of information. So after having knowledge on all this information, like what is information, how it is created, and what types and sources are available, you need to learn where to search them. So here you can see that the given examples are about Googling or using Google Scholar, Yandex, Bing, or other search engines. So I would say that it is okay in order to find some background information to Google it. It's fine. But when you will start doing your research, are you sure that this information found on Google is authoritative and credible? Are you sure that this is not plagiarized or not created by non-expert? So in this case, if you are doing just background search, it is okay to Google. But if you are doing your academic research paper, then the best place would be the library website. So here you can see the library website, how it looks like. I hope you already know the web address of the library. So it's library.sdu.edu.kz. This is the library address. And here you can find the authoritative information. Let's move on what we can find within the library website. If you will go to the general collection tab, here by typing your keywords, you will find print materials available physically in the library collection. So if you need some books, paper-based books, then search within the general collection tab. The second way of searching is available from the library website, searching for e-resources, the electronic materials. There are two ways of searching electronic materials and finding databases. The first is the second tab of the e-resources when you type your keywords within the search box. Also, under the quick links, you can find A to Z databases tab, which will lead you to the databases available to you. Later on, we're going to have some demonstration and you will learn how to find those databases and how to do the searching. Here is the information on how to create your search strategy. First of all, before starting your research, it is important to create your research question. So to which question are you going to give an answer? This is the main point of doing your research. Create a good, feasible, related, and interesting question. And after that, you can start your research smoothly. So creating research question contains the next steps, like creating key concept. This means the keywords from your research question, and you need to find the synonyms to that research question. For example, you cannot start with one word, and you need to create the subject headings and keywords to make your search broader. The next is finding information for your research material. So it might be peer-reviewed articles, books, or conference proceedings. The next step would be finding the correct search tools in order to do your research. So So the best and the most reliable would be the library catalog for finding right materials. Also, different online databases and university repositories. The next is using different search techniques like Boolean operators, wildcards, and truncation. These are called tips for searching. And the last step of search strategy would be organizing your results. Each time when you find interesting or the material that you plan to use, record your search and record your results. After making this result list, you can refine and filter it accordingly, but keep it always. You will need it. So let's stop on search techniques that you can use in order to do your search more correctly. The first is using asterisk. So here is an example how it looks like, asterisk. Using asterisk with the root word will give you example of that word with different endings. For example, I used the word govern and used asterisk. So if you will make the search like that, you will find information with the same root word but different endings. For example, making this govern asterisk search, I will get the information about governing, governance, governing, etc. So these are examples of making your search results broader. You will find more materials with the same root word. The next search technique is finding exact phrases. So let's say you are doing a research with the exact phrase and you need the articles where these search techniques are provided at this exact way. So here I put the gender equality within the brackets. And here I found the materials where these words are standing just like I showed within the search box. So this is the way of searching exact phrases. The next search technique is about spelling. For example, you are in doubt and you are searching for unknown word, let's say, yeah, you are not sure about its spelling. In this case, you can put question mark instead of one letter or two letters in order to find the correct word. For example, I put question mark instead of one letter and I got results like revolution. Here I'm highlighting it, revolution, or resolution here. So this means that the question mark will help me to find the better spelling or better term. Yeah, the next technique available to you is a Boolean operators. Boolean operators are the part of logical operators and they help doing research more concisely, and getting good results will help you. So here you can see that we have two research keywords, for example, academic performance and academic achievement. And here you can see that there are Boolean operators already integrated to the search box. If you will click this drop-down menu, you will see there are 3 of them, and you can choose which one you need. Here you can see that you can search for journal titles or ebook titles by using the A to Z button. If you will go here, you will see this new window where you can find journal articles which starts from the letter A or K. So they will become as a list, all the journal titles and ebooks. This is how you can manage your searching. According to the keywords that you need to generate during your research. Let's say some authors use the word children for their research article, but other researchers may use its synonym, and if you will stuck with one keyword, it will narrow down your research. So that's why every time when you will have a research question, please create this kind of table with the possible synonyms. So from here you can see the research question. Are children playing video games more likely to become violent? So this is my research question. And from this research question, I'm choosing the keywords that are crucial. These are the main words of my research question. So I choose them and created this kind of column with the possible synonyms. So children might be replaced with the word youth, kids, or child. Video games can be replaced with the phrases like computer games or just gaming. Violent might be replaced with the word aggressive, antisocial behavior, etc. So this would give me more results, more options to find relevant materials. So this is what I'm suggesting to you to create more, to make your search strategy more clear. So here you can see how Boolean operators work. As I showed in my previous example, the presentation, you saw that these Boolean operators are already integrated to the library website. So how they act and how they help you. So for example, if we have two different keywords like politics, media, if we use the Boolean operator, and it will narrow down our result, but it will give results where both of these words will be together. So it will exclude extra materials, but you will get articles where politics and media are mentioned together within one article. So you are getting the most relevant articles. If you use the second Boolean operator like OR, this will help you to broaden your search results. For example, if you will use the keyword law enforcement and police and use the Boolean operator OR, it will give you all the possible articles, which means at least one of these keywords are mentioned within this article. So you will get huge number of articles, but these keywords are mentioned in some of those articles. At least one of them are mentioned. And the search Boolean operator is not. Here you can see that we can exclude keywords from your search results. Let's say we are searching for the Civil War, but you are not going to explore America. In this case, you can find the search the Civil War and use Boolean operator not and America. Here you will find materials about Civil War, but if in any of this article will be mentioned the word America, it will exclude it, so you won't see it. So this is how you make your search results narrower. So this is how Boolean operators works. Now I have a practice for you in order to search for an ebook. It would be great if you can do this with me, and we can practice on searching an ebook. Let's go to the library website. As you remember, we have e-resources tab here, and here we can search for the electronic materials. So the book's title is Beautiful Mathematics. Let's search if we have this book or not. Oops, I think there was a misspelling. Yeah, the word is not correct. Beautiful Mathematics. Let's search. So this is an EDS, how our search engine works. So I was searching for this book and it is available. So this is how search results look like. I was searching for specific title and I found it. If you would like to learn about this book, you need to click on it. So our practice was about, do we have an access to the ebook Beautiful Mathematics? So it seems we have access to this book. The second question would be, name the author of this ebook. Let's find the author of this book. Here we have information on its author. It's Martin Erickson. He is an author of this beautiful mathematics book. What is the year of the publication? Let's see when this book was published. Here you can see the information on publication, and we can see the year of publication. It's 2011. Next question is the ebook availability. So yeah, we need to check if it's really available. How to check it? So on the left side, you can see the full download option and PDF full text option. This means that we have full access to the ebook. So we can click on it and see the whole book from here. So you can see the cover. Let's make it a bit smaller. No? Yeah. So you can see the whole book here. Yeah. This is how you will read the book. Yeah, this the full content of the book is available from here. The next question would be, which university the author work? So to answer this question, let's go back. And on this page, we can find the about the author part. If you will need to learn about the author's credibility, you will need this part. So here we can find the information about the author. Who is it? The Martin Erickson, where he was born, but we need where he works. So here we have, he's a professor of mathematics at Truman State University. So we found the answer. He works at Truman State University. So now we answer to all these questions. All these things you can do by yourself by accessing library databases. In addition, I would like to say that our library databases are indexed within Google Scholar. How to do this? Let's do together. Can I move it? Yeah. So every time when you do your research, of course you Google. But if you will use more appropriate one, it is Google Scholar. Here, authors publish or share their research outcomes, and you can do your research on Google Scholar as well. Find materials for your research paper. So how to make that SDU library materials will appear within Google Scholar? For that, you need to go to Google Scholar and log in. After, you need to go to the settings of the Google Scholar here and click on advanced search. Settings. Within the settings, you can find the library links. And here, you need to start typing the Suleiman Demirel. So it suggests now the library databases which we need to subscribe on. So we put a tick on necessary ones and click on save. So now every time you need to find materials, you will find this kind of option when the information can be found within the library of the SDU. So the access provided through SDU library, is indexed within library databases. Yep. So you can click on PDF and read the full text or even listen. So this is how you create Google Scholar link to the SDU library. Now I would like to show you a library website which was developed and edited last month, and we have lots of things to share with you. So as you know, there is a library website which is library.sdu.kz, and on this website you can find everything that we present, share, and serve you. There are tabs that can be explored. So within the About tab, you can find information about the SDU library. From here, you can learn about SDU library history and look for the library digest. Also, we have placed here the information about library staff. If you're looking for one of the librarians, you can search for us here. In addition, we place here library service hours, also library policies on how to use the library or library collection or library different policies can be found within this tab. Library events, information on our events, the calendar is located within this calendar tab. Also, you can become our volunteer. If you would like to work with us, please explore this page and learn some. In addition, there is a second tab which is called services. Within the services, you can find the borrowing and returning information. As you are master degree students, how many books you can borrow, for how long, etc. The information on that. Also, there is a possibility of booking a space. Yeah, currently you are all studying in a distance mode, but in case if you are allowed to enter the library, you can book a space, which means that the space is allocated on a specific distance, and we keep measures of the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan. So if you click on the book a space button, you can choose here the date when you want to come to the library, and then choose the time from which to which you would like to stay within the library and submit it to us. We will receive your request. Here is the printing and scanning information. In case if you want to recommend to the library any kind of titles, or if you would like to see some kind of databases or journals, you can always fill in this form, and the form will give us the information on what kind of book you would like to request or suggest to be purchased, or journal titles, etc. In addition, I will skip Ask a Librarian for now because we need to go to this page. So we have Moodle course, which will give you information about library services and facilities in addition, so you can explore it as well. Also, there is a service which is called Interlibrary Loan. I hope you have heard what is interlibrary loan. So this is a service of accessing materials which are not available within SDU library. So let's say if you need some article from the library databases, but it's not available, so it asks you to pay. In this case, you can come to the Interlibrary Loan Service tab and fill in the form. Within this form, you can say that I need this article, provide information about you and your faculty and status, and give the, let me show you the test version. Test. Okay. So here on the second page, you need to provide the information about the materials you would like to request. So the author of the article, title of the article, journal title, pages, and the publication date. All these things, after filling out, will come to the library, and we will try to get it to you from Library of Congress. Library of Congress from USA is our partner, and we are getting materials from them. So about the Ask a Librarian tab, here you can find the services that we provide to our users. We have a chat which is available from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. So during these hours, librarians are online and ready to serve you. Also, you can find here our email address, using which you can send us your questions if you are having troubles with accessing library or different kind of library related issues. Please email us. Also, we have phone here. In addition, we have here the Meet with the Librarian tab, which will lead you to the subject librarians. Subject librarians means that the librarian is dedicated to a specific faculty. For example, for your faculty of engineering, I am the subject librarian. So you can find here your school, your faculty, and contact me regarding your questions. Also, you can make an appointment with me. It can be online, or if possible later, we can meet offline as well. So you can meet with me at times showed here, and we can work on your research paper together, and I will try to assist you with finding necessary materials. Research consultations, the same. You can request for research consultations, and we can work with your research question or search strategy together. In case the library is already offline after 6 p.m., there is a possibility of helping yourself. For example, how to access library databases, how to search for books, or library working hours. This information provided within our FAQ. So please browse it, search it, and find the information you need. Most of these things are provided within the quick links. Under the quick links, you can find different useful links. For example, A to Z databases. It means that here you can find library databases which are subscribed or open access. We just collected there for you, for your reference. You can see that there are more than 40 databases available to you, and you can browse within of each and search for necessary materials. For example, we have Cambridge ebooks, which are open access. We have eCesis portal. We have EBSCO open dissertations for your reference, so you can check it and find something useful for your research. So these are the links that you can use in order to find help. Also, in addition, you can find under the quick links the library guides. These are the guides created by the librarians in order to instruct you, to give you directions in a different ways. For example, within the LibGuide Introduction to Research, you can find the step-by-step instructions on how to do your research. So first would be, what is research video? After that, you can learn about research terms that might be you may face during your research. So you can learn about this research terms, and then you will start planning your research. What should you do? First, you need to choose your topic, develop your research question, and steps to follow are presented here. So this is very generic, but at the same time give you some point of how to do your research. So you can check all these useful links under the quick links. Also, there are research consultation pages where the same services we provide, like meeting with the librarian, having research consultations, etc. Now, I would like to share with you the test question. Where is the chat? Everyone. So here is a link to the library survey that you need to enter and answer the questions. Let's see. Yep. So you need to log in and answer the questions provided by. Oops. So here is the quiz where you need to indicate your name, your email address, and answer these 7 questions. This will affect your graduation, so please be careful. All these questions are easy if you were listening to this session, because everything comes from there. So please reply to this survey, and then you will get your marks according to your results. So I have shared this within the chat. Please use it and reply to a test question. There are only 7 questions, so it shouldn't take much time. Here I would like to ask, there is a question within the chat. Hello RLM, how to sign in? What should I do for ID and password? I tried using my SDU Google account, but error occurred. It shouldn't be closed because it is for everyone. So you need to sign in to the Google first, to your Gmail address, to the SDU Gmail address, and then link should work. Try please again, and let me know if it worked out. So, except for this question, is there any other questions to me? I think you can unmute yourself, right? Can I unmute all of you, or you can do this by yourselves? Please let me know. Chat me.
May I ask this question again?
Yes, sure.
The website that I want to sign is EBSCO?
EBSCO?
Yes.
No. So you need to sign in to your Gmail in order to fill in the survey. To Gmail, not EBSCO.
And there is an option, sign in with Google.
Yes, there should be.
So there is no account in EBSCO, right?
No, not EBSCO. Only Gmail. You don't need to sign into EBSCO. It's just Gmail. This is Google form, you know. Aray, can I share the form in any other way?
I think that if you copy the link and then
I'm not about this quiz. I want to download a book from this.
For the ebook.
Yes.
So here we have accessing library database FAQ. If you go here, there is a login for accessing remotely. So currently you are not at a campus, so it won't work for IP address. In this case, you need to use your login and password. These are the login and passwords. So let's say you are at your home or in other city. You need to go to the libraries due.kz, then go to e-resources, type here the name of the book, for example, Beautiful Mathematics. Again, not correct. So Beautiful Mathematics. At this page, it will open for me because I'm in campus, but for you, it will ask, please log in. In this case, you need to click on sign in and put these credentials, this one. The login would be here and password would be this one.
Okay, now it's clear.
Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that. So in case if you will face any access issues, please contact me. As I said, I'm your subject librarian. From here, you can find my email address. You can email me. I will reply as soon as possible during the working hours and assist you in any available ways. Any other questions? Will you send us the recording of this session? What is deadline for this quiz? So you need to finish this today. The quiz should be finished today. And then I will grade you and then share the grading results with the Nail Mirza, and we will be collecting your results. The video session would be available later, probably in one day. We will share it on YouTube. You can see it, or we will send you to your email address. So we will discuss this with Nair Mirza. Any other questions? Have you finished the survey already? It's almost 22. It's 2 of us and 20 students only. What about the 10 other students who couldn't participate? I hope they will contact me and they need to finish their quizzes. As it was mentioned within my email, it will affect your graduation, so it is a mandatory course. Okay, so if you don't have any questions right now, you can send it to me privately to my email address, and I will be happy to assist you. You can find information about me on library website. Let's go back to the library website. Oops. Library.sdu.edu.kz. So under the quick links, you will find subject librarians page, and you will find me there. My name is Елизавета Камилова. I'm your subject librarian. Please contact me. I hope this session was useful for you, and now you have more opportunities and more knowledge to do your research. I hope we will see each other on the next session, which would be next Friday at 11 a.m. Please contact your group mates, and it would be better if they attend it and learn more. Okay, I'm stopping the recording, and thank you for your attention. Bye.